Welcome to the Seagulls to Chips podcast, episode 1, Origins of the Seagulls. I'm Kai, your host, and I'm here today with Charlotte.
Hi.
Cody.
Hey.
And Kobi.
Hi.
This is part 1 of the 4-part series of the Youth Voice Collection of Georgetown. Today is about the Ideas Lab and how Seagulls to Chips was formed. Kobi, would you like to say your reason for being here and signing up today?
Yeah, sure. I started out through a speech with Andy. So Andy talked to our whole entire school and told about all the great reasons why we should be doing what he's doing right now. And I joined through my brother, you, and I went in for just a look around, and I ended up joining. So,
yep, yeah. Great. Charlotte, do you want to say your reason for joining?
Yep. So mine was a little bit different from Kobe's. I went down to the park and I saw Andy at the basketball court with some free drinks, and I thought I might talk to him and get one. But he ended up telling me about the Ideas Lab, and I thought it might be a good idea, so I went and had a look, and then I decided to join.
Alright, and Cody, do you want to have your reason for joining?
Kai forced me to sign a piece of paper.
I kind of did do that, didn't I?
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. Well,
I'm still here, so...
Yeah,
So, why was it that you joined? So, why did you want to join?
Stay.
It was just something to do.
Oh, yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah.
That's good. And I joined because, well, Andy was at the assembly, and I went to talk to him about it and what opportunities it could hold for my future. And so I then signed a piece of paper there and that day and gave it back to him on that day. And yeah, then it really just snowballed into Seagulls and Chips.
Righto.
We came up with the name because of Maeve, who isn't here today. She had an opportunity and she took it, which is what we're about. Everyone in the Seagulls and Chips group wanted chips. Am I right, people?
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much.
Yeah. Well, we all wanted chips.
Chips,
hungry.
Delicious. So we wanted chips, and Maeve saw a seagull and thought, hey, there could be a cool name suggestion in there, and came up with Seagulls and Chips, and then that name kind of conspired and become
Seagulls to Chips?
No, not Seagull. Well, yes, obviously.
It wasn't
Seagulls
going to
Chips.
be Tug Seagulls.
Yeah,
because of Trey.
There was
Yeah, it was.
Trey who also thought that was a good idea about the seagulls, so he came up with tuxedo. What?
Tug Seagulls.
Yeah,
We
that.
ended up incorporating it anyway because
Yeah.
when we graduate this year and next year we'll come back as Seagulls.
I know. And then the logo. Kobi, do you want to talk about the working and how we made the logo?
Sure. So Maeve came up with the idea of Seagulls to Chips, and we looked into what we were going to do from Seagulls to Chips. So at one point we decided we wasn't even going to do it at all together, but we ended up getting some votes and ideas from other people, and they really did love Seagulls to Chips because it was a unique name and everybody loved it, so we stuck with it.
It was almost Tug Seagulls, but luckily.
Almost.
Kobi, what were some of the hardships of, like, the colour, or, like, what was hard about the logo?
Oh, the building of the logo, all the colours, we had to make sure it was right for the people, and so much as to where the head of the seagull is facing can differentiate from how people think of what we do and how we do it. So we ended up using a seagull and a chip to represent youth who sees opportunity. So,
Alright, that's cool. And Cody, I heard that you weren't at the start of this, so what did you kind of get out of it at the end of the creating the logo?
Well, like, we learned more about, like, camera skills and design. So then we could design our own logos. And,
Yeah.
we were media guys.
So,
Alright.
what did you end up learning about? So, like in the making of, in the end of the making of Seagulls Chips, what did you learn from it?
Well, like,
Alright.
Moving on then.
Silence.
Moving on. The group decided 12 sessions, and that would span over 12 workshops, which would span over, how many months was that? Well, we started at the start of the year, then the Ideas Lab went for
10 months.
10 months.
Would have been 10 months.
10 months, alright.
Well, the whole thing would have been around 10 months. Ideas
Yeah.
Lab wouldn't have been 10 months. It would have only been like 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 8 months is probably...
Ideas Lab was at the start of the first term, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we were a part of Ideas Lab, which we wanted to make a program to help change youth, which we wanted to help and give youth an opportunity to have a voice in Georgetown. And then we came up with Seagulls to Chips, which would give the ability and the opportunity for youth to be able to seize the moment and have a voice in Georgetown. What are your thoughts on Georgetown and how you've been given a voice and how that is?
well, the fact that we've been given it in the first place is great. Because then you can see from someone who lives in Georgetown some of the things that's wrong with the town, some things that are good with it. You can hear the feedback to the government.
That's pretty good. Good. Alright, Charlotte, what about you? What would you say about Georgetown and how it's good or bad, or, how we've been given a voice and able to talk and act about it?
Like what Cody...
I mean, it is... we get to talk to the council about all the various things and any new ideas, so we might be able to elaborate from that.
So it's really good that we got a chance to speak, and so they can get our perspective on. Okay, so we can get so they can get our perspective on the town because we're the ones growing up here and stuff.
We got to talk about leadership, and we get various people in to help talk about leadership, like Dylan Hesp.
Yeah, which is a really good YouTuber.
No. But we have seen lots of people that would never be able to see if we didn't sign up to Seagulls Chips.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone Ideas Lab.
Mr. Mayor. And
If no one signed
Mr.
up
Mayor.
for Ideas Lab, there wouldn't be a Seagulls Chips.
No, there wouldn't be. We really didn't think that Seagulls Chips would be popular, because not many
have
people...
much of an impact.
Yes, it actually has, and not many people actually signed up until us, the children, are part of it, the great people.
We started advertising it. And
Yeah,
stuff.
started advertising it at schools and giving flyers to our friends saying, hey, come join the Seagulls of Chips, it's going to be great. You'll get a voice to talk about problems which you find in Georgetown. And, yeah.
It's been great.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Thank you for tuning into the Seagulls of Chips podcast. I was your host, Kai. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.